Hey everybody, this is Jeff from lemonadebusiness.com. It's April 2012. Looks like it's going to be another great year for the lemonade business. We're really excited. Going to try to get some new videos out. I know we've kind of been slacking on our videos. We've just been so dadgum busy, to be honest with you. My shows are starting, I've booked a lot more shows this year. We started concessionsinks.com, so I got my hands full, but I want to go through something real quick, and I'll try to make this as fast as I can. Anytime I get a lot of phone calls of the same subject, I like to address them. I see that it's a common question, so I always like to come in and make a video. So because not everybody calls me and asks me, so I worry about the people that don't call me, and they might make the wrong decision. So anytime I see the same question come up a lot, I want to address it and talk to everybody about it. And what it is, we've noticed there's a couple other people out there started building some smashers. It's somewhat flattering, I'll be honest with you, because they even copy it down to the same color. But there's some differences in our smasher than any I've seen on the market, and I kind of want to just take a quick second and show you the differences. I feel like we have the best smasher on the market by far. But if you're just getting into the lemonade business and you're deciding to go with these fancy pneumatic presses, I know you don't know what you want, and you're easily you could be easily fooled into thinking you're getting something that you're not. And I just want to take a quick second and show you the differences in ours and some other ones. Again, like I'm just saying, it's frustrating. Anybody that calls me, I can talk to them, and usually I can explain, why I think ours is the best on the market and for the price. But I worry about the people that don't call me. What about the people that just get online, they do their own research, and they go buy something that might be a little bit cheaper that appears to do the same thing. So what I want to show you is there's some companies out here I've seen that are selling what you call a single acting cylinder. Okay, ours is a double acting. Air pushes it down, air pushes it up. One misconception with the single acting is that it uses half the air. Well, that's a misconception. It's not true, because this single acting cylinder has a spring in here. So air pushes it down and that spring pushes it back up. Well, it takes more pressure, which is more pounds per square inch, which is more air, to get just as much force at the puck as you do on ours, because you've got to overcome that spring. So it doesn't use half the air. I mean, to get the same amount of force, you've got to have more pressure on this one than you do on ours. So that's something that's a misconception. The other reason I don't like a single acting, the reason we don't use them, is because that is the #1 thing that fails in a single acting cylinder. It's that spring. I've got a friend that he's an older guy. He's a good friend of mine, lives up in Iowa. And when my first smasher I ever built, I bought this single acting, and I told him what I was doing. He said, "Oh, you don't want to go that route." So when he worked in this dry cleaning business, he was the maintenance man, and they had a lot of these air cylinders. And he said every time those cylinders went out, it was that return spring. So I just want you to know why we don't use a single acting. It's really not more efficient on air. The other thing, it's basically old technology. I mean, the spring return is old technology compared to the double acting, because of the factor that is a wearing part. It's going to wear out. It's going to get to where it doesn't want to retract, or it can just go out altogether. So that another thing I don't like about the single actings, and I'm going to show you real quick. A single acting has a real burst of air. Okay, it's going to just shoot that puck out, and I'll show you. And it's going to, it's such a force that it's going to splash everywhere. And trust me, that's why our smashers have this plexiglass front shield. We also have this Lexan puck splash guard over the puck. That will kind of ride down in the cup and stops almost all splash. But a double acting cylinder will just it's more of a controlled stroke, is what I'm trying to say. I'm going to show you real quick what the single acting does. And if you get out in the show, and I'm just going to show you real quick. I'm going to back up so I don't get soaked. But I got some lemons in here. You see that? You see see how that's splashing out of there? I mean, and there's no way to control that speed on a single acting. That's that's another big reason I do not like single acting, other than the fact that it's going to wear out quicker. You can get the single acting a little cheaper sometimes if you can find one that's manufactured for something else and it'll fit this Smasher. I think that's probably what's going on with some of the other people that's building them. They're able to save a good bit of money on this cylinder due to the fact that it's just not as good a quality as a double acting. You know, I'm not trying to knock the competition or anything like that. What I'm trying to do is, you know, is I want you as a person that's looking to get into the lemonade business, and you want one of these boy dog smashers, which I think separates us from, you know, separates you from all the other lemonade vendors, is this smasher. I don't want you to be misinformed. You make your own decision on what you want. Just be careful. And the reason I say that is, this is the heart of your business. Okay, this is like the moving truck in a moving business. This is the heart of it. You know, I know everybody's on a tight budget, and you need to save all you can. But shave some money off, you know, some tables or banners or coolers or flags or something of that nature. Don't go for a, you know, don't try to save money as much on your smasher, because this is the heart of the business. I don't know how better way to say that. And I don't want people to be misinformed. If you decide you want to go single acting, that, you know, don't say that I didn't tell you the differences. This one here, after I bought the cylinder, ended up being a can crusher. It hangs on my wall. That's why it's got wood on it. I never used this in the show. I bought it, built it, realized right then I didn't want to use that. I mean, I don't like single acting. I mean, it's totally out of control. It'll bounce all over the table. You know, I just want to show you some differences. I'm bragging on ours, and I think it deserves it. I mean, it's a commercial product. Commercial hoses, commercial valves. There's no plastic, you know, buttons on ours. No rubber feet. We don't have a nut on top of our puck here. The first smasher I ever built, my puck was thinner, and it wouldn't screw all the way up on it, and I had a little nut right there. And you talking about that nut it'll turn black, it gets all yarned up. So there's just a lot to look at, and I know that if you're just getting in the business, you don't know this kind of stuff like I do, because I've been doing it for so long. But you know, we've got the new splash guards. You know, so those are some accessories. We've got the big lemon that'll snap right onto our feet. So I just want to take a second and get some phone calls, ask me some questions about what's the difference between the single acting and the double acting. And you know, and I don't have any trouble explaining it, but I worry about the people that don't call me. So before you buy you a pneumatic smasher, look at the difference in the quality of what's out there. I mean, there's some people making something like ours, but to me it's a really stripped down version. And you know, they're really not saving much money, and I don't think it's near the product that we have. So, okay, hope I didn't get too long. Just want to take a second to show it to you. Feel free to give me a call if you want to, you know, if you don't understand what I'm trying to explain here, and we'll talk about it. But we thank y'all for everything. We had a great year last year and hope to have an even better year this year. Okay, thanks a lot.